back the superintendent, Melissa Bradfield. Hi, Melissa.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we're 1 week into the new year, 3 days of school. How's it going so far?
Warm. No, it was a great start back after 2 long weeks. I was ready to come back, have a schedule, and I think my husband was ready to get me out of the house too.
Well, I know for me, having the Christmas and New Year's kind of midweek, it seemed like a really nice long break.
Yeah, lots of family time. It was good.
Typically for Winterfest, you'd like to have a lot of snow and ice, but we're not having that this year.
And later in the semester too. But yeah, this is our only home Friday night game, so we are coming back from break with pajama day and dress up days and a lot of home games this week, and we play homer on Friday.
Yeah, game on Friday, and then you have a dance on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then the girls will play first, and then the boys will play second for Winterfest.
Doubleheader.
Yeah.
And JTV Sports, I think we've been to a game or two already.
Many.
How do the Jayhawks look this year?
Pretty good. They've been working hard all season so far, so we've got some young kids on our teams. So it's training up, but they look good.
Nice.
We got great coaches. They put in 110% too, so can't do it without the coaches and then our youth programs that help build that up.
Anytime you go to a Vandercook Lake game, you are going to see the superintendent, and I think that's pretty cool. You're always at the games, and I think the community appreciates that.
Yeah, thank you.
You've got a wall at the school with it's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, the legendary graduates. So we started this right after COVID, and one of the students had asked about putting up their handprint wall to kind of stamp their mark on the school, and it has just evolved, and now it started off just a section for alumni, and we've gone past the mark a couple times, so it's just going to be the whole hallway wall for alumni. But Friday night, in between games, between 6 and 7, any alumni can drop in, and I'll be down there painting their hands so they can put their prints on the wall.
So you're not actually putting your hand in ink or paint, are you?
I roll their hand, and then they can put their hand print on the wall, and then they sign it and date it with their graduation year.
Oh, that's how they do it at the police department.
The roller,
yeah, fingerprints,
yeah.
Rollers, nice. All right, and all alumni are welcome to that.
Yep, it's free, and then they could attend a game, so should be a fun night. But we try to do these a couple times a year. And this is just the next one. So at least once every month or once every couple months that we'll do the handprint wall and just invite people. And it's always from 6 to 7 just to make it easy. And then we throw out different dates. So we've got one in January, February, and March.
Cool. And in years, people will be able to bring their little kids and say, there's mom and dad's. Yeah.
It's been neat hearing the history of the various folks that have come back and flown from California and all over the United States to put their handprint on the wall. So it's pretty neat.
Nice. Now, I mentioned you are at the games and you're very accessible, but you're watching the games. You do have opportunities for the community, families to talk to you. What's the format for that?
I've been doing listen and learns. We have one coming up on Monday. It's pretty informal. I want to hear from community what they would like to see in the district. I usually have something prepared where I can tell them what's up and coming, whether it be a bond or Winterfest or various activities like blood drives or so forth. Budget, where we're at with the district. So I'm an open book for the most part, and I want to hear from community, and then it's my opportunity to tell them, inform them. If they aren't watching social media or if they don't receive the news and views, then just informing. So it's a two-way communication for that night.
Yeah, and that's really, I think, more convenient, not just for you, but for a citizen rather than a school board meeting, which can be pretty intimidating to speak at an event like that.
Yeah, and at school board meetings, you have 3 minutes. So, and usually it's the opportunity is for the public to speak when they're 3 minutes, and then we listen, and then I usually follow up afterwards, so as not to drag on the board meetings. So the listen and learn is really the open forum of just discussion and questions, Q&A, and nothing formal like a presentation.
How's enrollment at Vandercook Lake Schools this year?
Stable. So that's been stable the last 2 years. We're pretty much maintaining. That's hard. I feel like when we do gain, we're stealing from each other, the districts. So I was part of Drive Jackson. It's a great opportunity for our Jackson community to provide feedback about what they want to see in Jackson. So for me as a superintendent, it's how do we grow Jackson so not just Vandercook, but all the districts can, enroll more students. And it's bringing entertainment into Jackson and housing and jobs so that we can increase enrollment for all of our school districts.
Yeah, it'd be great if we grew enrollment by having people join the community and not be robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
And that brings up schools of choice. This is the period of time people can make a change.
Yep, with it just starting second semester, we usually leave school of choice open for the first 2 weeks of each semester. So there's a lot of things that Vandercook does offer. Thank you for throwing up the flyer, but most people don't know that we offer daycare, so we really are birth to our early college. So we want to be that one-stop shop for education from the time the kids are born till the time they're going off to college, so, or workforce or military, whatever. So
yes, Townsend Elementary has been a very popular schools of choice school for the last several years, and I think you just pointed out some of the reasons why.
Yeah, just not just the elementary, just having GSRP there, Community Action Agency. We've got Reaching Higher for after school, and then the daycare too. We've got 2 new administrators at Townsend, and they'll be on your show here in a couple weeks, but it's been a great start to the year there.
Well, this is a ways away, or no, I think we already had it. Your community outreach day at the middle school, was that last month?
It was. This is something that Joan Hofer, she's a former teacher for Vandercook. She's part of JFM Church, and she approached me my first year when I was principal and said, what about an outreach day? And I thought it was a great idea just to volunteer and give back to the community. So we actually started this 5 years ago, and now Dr. Leonardi has continued this the last 2 years. He's been principal. It's just been terrific. The middle school, all the middle school kids participate. They sign up for where they want to go. They might go to Humane Society, they might go to JFM, they'll go to sing at some elderly folks' homes, or they might go read at the elementary school, but they all sign up for something to do and volunteer, and it's just a couple hours for the day, but it's just very meaningful, and I know a lot of people donate their time to us, and it's our way to give back to the community. So I've been thrilled that they've continued the opportunity.
I think Jackson Free Methodist, they've adopted the district because that's not the only thing they do.
No, they do a lot for us. For Townsend, they do food bags on Fridays for a certain number of kids. At the middle school, high school, they've adopted all the staff members. They either pray for them each month or little gifts and notes each month. It's been terrific. And they also provide food a couple times a year too, and that, we don't turn down food, so.
Nice, great partnership.
Yeah.
We've got, coming up this month, a blood drive happening at the middle school, high school.
Yes, our National Honor Society puts this on, so this will be the 3rd one this year.
And students that are, I think 18, they can give blood, can't they?
Yes,
Yes.
Actually 16 if they have a parent sign off, but yeah.
But not just for students, the whole community is invited to donate, and you can scan and get an appointment and make plans to be there January 22nd.
Yeah.
Well, I know you are in the district looking at how you're going to fund some of the needed improvements, repairs at the school buildings. the bond last fall. It did not pass. So what's the next, what's the strategy? Because some of the things you told me about, they're on their last legs, some of the HVAC and roofs and things like that.
Yeah, and unfortunately it didn't pass in November. Everything on the list we need, but we had a couple community meetings after the bond, and very encouraging. We heard from several community members that voted no, and they came to the meeting to let us know why. And for the most part, it wasn't that they didn't support the district. They didn't think that the items on the list, the projects they didn't believe that they weren't needed. It was just the amount that we were asking for. And I understand the state hadn't passed a budget yet. There were a lot of unknowns at the time. We are pretty much just we had it split into 3 series 1, 2, and 3. So we're pretty much just taking series 1. It's our HVAC, our plumbing, and our roof, things that we're planning on doing with the first series and taking that back to the polls in May. So I'll start in February, opening some bond community meetings up again to let community members come in and ask questions, and then kind of roll out what our plans are.
Is there a point in the near future where current millages expire that then you can look at maybe adding some of the improvements you need without raising any of the taxes?
The current bond debt that we have expires in 2031. I don't know that our roof and the plumbing will last until then. That's why going for it the bond in May. So it would be an increase for the 5 years that we still have the former bond, and then it would drop back down.
But not as big an increase as if you had all
No.
of the things that you wanted to accomplish in the November bond.
With the November bond, it was a $4 million increase, and it would have been a $7 million total for 30 years. This will be a $2.4 million increase for, and then it would last 5, and then it would drop back down to $3 million.
How was turnout? Did you feel that if you could get more district voters out, that this next time will be more successful?
Absolutely. Voter turnout's always typically, not just in Vandercook, but everywhere, I think, is low. So we had a little over 900 voters, whether it was day of voting or early mail-in. And we have about 4,000 in the district that are able to vote. So not a great percentage, but it was a bigger percentage than we had for the sinking fund and the operational millage. But so hoping that we can tap into the people that didn't vote at all, and convince them to get to the polls and have their voice be heard.
Well, that's a lot. Nearly 4 out of 5 people did not go and vote. Yeah. All right, so May is the next next chance.
Yes.
And between now and then, the school district and Melissa will be sharing more about the bond, and also here on JTV we'll be hearing about it as well.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we appreciate you coming in today. Thanks.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been great.
Yes, happy Winterfest week.
Thank you. It's exciting. Yeah.
It's Winterfest week at Vandercook Lake Schools. You can go to the games Friday night and join in the fun. And particularly if you're an alum and you put your handprints on the alumni wall. Yeah. Superintendent at Vandercook Lake Schools, Melissa Bradfield.